4.4 retake. Again, you have to write down every problem, every step, and you have to write down the hidden word in each problem. Not one per video, one per problem. So 4.4 was CPCTC, which is proofs. So everyone should always have the first statement reason. You should pause right now so you can write all of this information down, even this information right here, including the picture. So this given is I have two sides. So when I look at this picture, first there is no words in my given. No words, meaning that then I have to look at my picture to see if I have reflexive or if I have an X, which is vertical angles. When I look at this picture, I see that I have reflexive. There's a side here that's shared. So I'm going to say MO is going to be congruent to MO. And I can say that because reflexive. Now if I were to draw one picture by itself or one triangle, this is what I have stated. So I'm going to say that I have a triangle MPO is going to be congruent to triangle MNO. And the reason I can say that is side, side, side. So once I have my congruent statement, I can always use CPCTC. I'm trying to prove angles N and P, so I want to make sure that N and P are in the same location, and they are. So I can say bulldozer, angle N is congruent to angle P. And the reason is congruent parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Whenever you have a proof that is not triangles, you should be using CPCTC. So another proof, what do you think about that? Motorcycle. I'm looking at my picture. I don't have any words in my given, so I'm looking at my picture for a reflexive or an X. Here I see my X, so first I'm going to draw out my X. That's going to help me figure out what angle I need to state. That means this angle is going to be congruent to that angle. So I'm going to say angle YAZ is going to be congruent to angle CAB. And the reason is vertical angles. Make sure that when you're stating these angles, once you trace out the angle, so YAZ gives me that angle, and CAB gives me that second angle. A lot of times people have difficulty of stating the two angles. It has to be in the correct order. If it's not in the correct order, you could be talking about a different angle. So my third step, it looks like if I were to draw one triangle all by itself, this is what I have stated already. So I can say triangle YAZ is going to be congruent to triangle BAC. I had to make sure to put my Y and B at the same spot since they are congruent. And I also had to make sure that my A was in the same spot. So that leaves Z and C the same angle. And what I have here is angle, side, angle. So now that I have congruent triangles, I want to make sure that AZ is in the same spot as AC. And they are. So I can say AZ is congruent to AC by corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So make sure you fill out the Google Doc and you write your hidden words for each problem, having all information needed. That's including this, including the picture.